What's up and welcome back, cryptids, cryptoids, ladies and gentlemen, if there are any gentlemen left in this world.
I highly doubt it.
Welcome back to another Countdown with the Crypt. And this time we're bringing you a list sponsored by violence. That's right, because it is a countdown of wars by way of body count.
That sounds really violent.
Starting with number 10, the Russian Civil War.
Yeah, dude, it's Civil War. Fuck you.
8 million people died between November of 1917 and October of 1922.
Not our Civil War.
When the Bolsheviks, led by Vladimir Lenin, overthrew the provisional government in the October Revolution, they established the world's first communist state, which would stand until 1991 when the USSR fell.
The Soviet Union? I thought you guys broke up.
Number 9, the Spanish conquest of Mexico.
The Spaniards banged the Mayans, turned them into Mexicans.
I don't think that's accurate.
10.5 million people died over 11 years from 1519 to 1530.
It's a massacre.
Hernan Cortez landed in Mexico's Gulf Coast and wisely made alliances with the indigenous enemies of the Aztecs.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Which would pave the way towards the fall of the Aztec Empire and the establishment of the Spanish colony of New Spain.
This is our territory now.
Number 8, Andalusian Rebellion. 13 million people died over 8 years from 755 to 763.
Spreading death and destruction.
General An Lushan declared his rival Yan dynasty in China to take down the Tang dynasty. An Lushan's forces took both of the Tang capitals, Chang'an and Luoyang, which caused the Tang Emperor Yang Zong to flee.
I gotta get out of here! Get out of my fucking way!
An Lushan was murdered in 757, with the rebellion continuing under his successors, An Zhongzhu and Shi Siming.
You want to run that by me again?
An Zhongzhu and Shi Siming.
That's what I thought you said.
But would ultimately fail. While the Tang dynasty would prevail, it was severely weakened, opening the door for regional warlords to take control of large parts of the country.
God damn it! We lost! We fucking super lost, man!
Number 7, conquests of Timur. 17 million bodies were fed to the Timur's conquests, which spanned Central Asia, Persia, the Middle East, and northern India from 1386 to 1405.
Whoa, that is a lot of blood.
The Turco-Mongol conqueror Timur sought to re-establish the Mongol Empire and slaughtered entire civilizations, including the sack of Delhi in 1398 and the destruction of Baghdad in 1401.
Now there's a killing machine.
Number 6, World War I. Over 20 million people died from 1914 to 1918.
World War I, huh?
A Serbian nationalist shot Austria's Archduke Franz Ferdinand and set the world on fire.
And the shot around the world.
France, Britain, and Russia formed the Triple Entente against the Triple Alliance of Austria-Hungary, Germany, and Italy.
And here come the Italians.
In a war that introduced the world to the joys of poison gas, tanks, machine guns, and submarines.
War. It's fantastic.
World War I saw the fall of 4 major empires in Germany, Russia, Austro-Hungary, as well as the Ottoman Empire.
It wasn't a fall. Nothing fell.
Number 5, Manchu conquest of China. 25 million people lost their lives from 1618 to 1683.
Sweetie, are you having nightmares about the Chinese again?
During the war that saw the Qing dynasty rise from toppling the Ming dynasty.
Ming is a famous Chinese dynasty.
Manchu forces, led by Dorgan, entered Beijing and proclaimed the young Hsinchu emperor as the new ruler of China.
Exactly. He's in charge.
Nurhaci, the leader of the Aizen Goro clan, commissioned a document titled The 7 Grievances.
We have a list of demands here.
Listing 7 complaints against the Ming dynasty before launching a full-scale and ultimately successful rebellion after 65 years of war.
Oh, that was a long one.
Number 4, the Taiping Rebellion. Almost 30 million more died in this, another Chinese civil war that lasted 14 years from 1850 to 1864.
Meow. They're at it again.
When the Taiping forces took Nanjing and renamed it Tianjin, or Heavenly Capital.
Is that what that means?
The conflict took out almost 10% of the Chinese population.
Hey, where did everyone go?
While the Qing dynasty would eventually squash the rebellion, it would come at great economic cost and loss of life.
We lost a lot of people. And a whole lot of money.
The uprising was led by Hong Ziquan, an ethnic Hakka who proclaimed himself to be the actual brother of Jesus Christ.
Man, if I had a nickel for every time I heard a guy say that.
Number 3, the Three Kingdoms. 34 million bodies hit the floor in, you guessed it, China.
Why are they so mad?
From AD 220 to 280, following the end of the Han Dynasty.
So there's no more dynasty?
And it led to the Western Jin Dynasty. As Han power waned, it saw a China in complete turmoil.
Yeah, this place is a mess.
With countless warlords fighting for control, which ultimately settled into 3 kingdoms. Qiao Wei in northern China, Shu Han in the southwestern lands, and Sun Wu in the southeast.
We gotta divide and conquer.
In 263, Xiao Wei attacked and took Shu Han's territory, effectively eliminating the last vestiges of the Han Dynasty.
Wipe him off the map!
Plagues, famine, and war made this one of the deadliest periods in human history,
People are dropping like flies.
which didn't abate until 280 when the Jin Dynasty officially began.
Can we have a little order here, please?
Number 2, the Mongol invasions and conquests.
Concede defeat, sir. You have been conquered.
60 million people would lose their lives, creating the largest contiguous empire in human history.
That's pretty goddamn impressive.
From 1206 to 1368, the Mongolian Empire at its height spanned from the Pacific to Central Europe. The one and only Genghis Khan, who you likely have a smidgen of DNA from, forged the Mongol Empire by unifying the many nomadic tribes into one.
Gosh, Bruce, that Genghis Khan was quite a guy.
Any city or town that refused to join was left in ashes.
Burn it to the ground.
The use of horses and cavalry created one of the most fierce armies of all time.
It was the scariest thing you've ever seen.
That DNA thing we mentioned before was not the result of anything consensual, by the way.
Does that mean what I think it means?
War is ugly.
Yes, it does.
And finally, number 1, World War II.
World War II. The longer, higher budget sequel to World War I.
World wars are deadly, and number 1 on our list today took over 80 million lives with it.
That's a lot of dead people.
From 1939 to 1945, this global conflict raged on,
The world was at war.
and it pitted the Allies versus the Axis powers.
Good guys and bad guys?
Strict World War I sanctions on Germany left that country on its knees, which opened the door for a vitriolic but charismatic Adolf Hitler to blame their hardships on the enemy within,
That Hitler seemed like a real cranky bear.
which came to represent anyone not Aryan or white.
Literally only like straight white people.
Germany joined forces with Italy's Mussolini, who shared a fascist view, and Japan's Emperor Hirohito, who was seeking to expand a Japanese territory with military might.
A devastating surprise attack by the Japanese at Pearl Harbor.
Germany set to remove the Jewish peoples from this planet and committed unspeakable acts of cruelty to do so.
They were all pieces of shit.
The Axis powers were eventually stopped by the Allies, who were Russia, England, and the USA, which joined the war after Japan attacked Pearl Harbor.
That's it. I redeclare war on Japan.
World War II will forever be the clash that introduced the world to the atomic bomb, when America dropped 2 bombs on Japan and made 2 cities disappear from the face of the earth.
The atomic bomb was the Manhattan Project.
And there you have it, my friends. Those are the top 10 wars by way of body count.
Well, that is a pretty grim assessment.
Let us know what you think, and let us know when you think the next one's going to happen.
A war is coming.
Much love. See you next time on Count Shit Down with the Crypt.